Hi, my name is Arski, and this is a video. I'm not going to beat around the bush with an introduction. You read the title of the video. This is a video about Jacoba. What's interesting is that I used to be on okay-ish terms with Jacoba. This was primarily due to the whole Foxy situation, as well as the fact we were mainly connected through, Leah, if you remember Leah. Yeah, I fried her alive in another video, but we're not talking about that. In more recent times, Jacoba has spontaneously switched up on me. This is primarily as a result of the fact that I exposed AJ Raider for being two-faced and not actually liking his friends like me. And Jacoba did not take very kindly to that because everyone in this community only exists to dick-suck each other. And no one else is allowed in because, fuck Arksky, he bad person, whatever. You know what Jacoba is also? A fucking traitor. Yeah, I really hate to use that term, but just outright admitting to never liking me when you had said prior that you wanted to be friends with me or whatever. Way to fucking go, man. You call me the traitor because I expose your friends, but you just gladly admit that you never liked me or whatever the fuck. So what necessarily brings me to make this video on Jacoba, you might ask? Well, there's a certain screenshot that has been sent to me through Alan Crow's Discord server, and I'm just gonna let it rip, honestly. Are you fucking serious? In case you were wondering what that was a 14-year-old named Yasin in his exposed cock, and Jacob just gladly shows it censored in a YouTube video. And the worst part is, people are mad at Yasin, not Jacob, for doing that. What the fuck? So since there's some people who might doubt the existence of this screenshot, I prepared a series of supporting points to prove that this screenshot did in fact happen and that Jacoba saved child porn. The first little bit of evidence I have to prove my statement is that the profile picture seen in the original screenshot does line up. It is one of Jacob's old gacha avatars, which leads me to believe that this is, in fact, one of his old profile pictures. Not that I know when he changed it, I just know that it used to be, as one of Jacob's ex-friends. You can also take note of the Kindmaster watermark. If you dial back to the original screenshot that I showed of Jacob's video and compare it to this one, you'll notice the Kindmaster logo, which further adds to my point. My next piece of supporting evidence is that the Yasin person in question does exist, and there are a myriad of videos about them, either supporting them or hating on them. I also have confirmation that Yasin is 14 years old as per this video, which was uploaded, is that 8? That's 8 months ago, yeah. So Yasin is indeed 14 years old, which in this situation would constitute child pornography. Yeah! The next point that I have to support my claim is that Vermilion, who I got the screenshot from, said that the video was from 7 months ago. This does line up with the videos I found about Yasin, as they were recorded around the same time frame as when this entire thing broke out. You'll notice 8 months ago, 9, 6 months, 1 year ago. Yeah, you get my point. The next piece of supporting evidence, numero cuatro, the incident in which Yasin supposedly showed his genitals, are confirmed. There are other videos existing that prove that such an incident happened, which, yeah, Yasin is disgusting for doing this, but Jacob is way fucking worse for sharing it, let alone saving it. This is a Foxy situation all over again. Number 5 involves a bit more data than you're probably used to. You might notice in the original screenshot that Jacob has 356 subscribers. Well, I can actually run his channel through Social Blade and get some rough statistics on his gradual growth in subscribers. If you look here, August 1st, 2024, roughly around the time in which this video was supposedly taken, 357, 356. I'm seeing some very strong evidence considering that Social Blade isn't always the most accurate. At least I'm not afraid to admit that, unlike you fucking pansies in the community who do not seem to understand that you can do things wrong. Last but not least, and probably my most damning if you're gonna factor out all of these, Vermilion themselves shared the video to attempt to expose Jacoba in front of Jacoba themselves. I wonder what happened to it. Considering that Vermilion is the person that provided the initial screenshot that kickstarted all of this, I would not be surprised if the video actually did exist. In fact, it does. Let's face it, I'm not sugarcoating this shit. You and I both know that this video does in fact exist. And now you might ask, why do I have to confirm that a screenshot exists? It practically just does exist if you're using basic sense. Well, here's the thing. Go kids, more specifically the ones in this community, are fucking insane and have a tendency to pick and choose what kind of information they agree with and don't agree with. In this case, they're very likely to just say, oh, Arsky is lying, because of the general stanza that Arsky is a bad person. Why? Because he exposed DJ Raider, Heather, your local, whatever, for being fucking idiots, and at the same time being a Wii Sports speedrunner, because that's apparently a terrible thing to do. Given that these claims quite literally deal with child pornography, I have to use my journalistic integrity as a content creator to research and fact-check that any of this happened. Unlike what most of you fucking idiots do, you idiots can't even seem to do basic research, considering most of you just blame EJ for something Elijah did on his own. Get a fucking grip, you morons! So now I'm going to delve into the part of the video where I address the myriad of counterclaims that these fucking idiots might bring up. I understand that these will inevitably happen, so I am choosing to respond to them in this video rather than in a standalone video. Let us begin. Oh, it was in the past. It does not justify what Jacoba did. It is still an illegal offense to save child porn, especially when you're distributing it, even if it's censored, to expose someone. It doesn't matter how long ago it happened, it's the same kind of shit that Foxy was hated for. These two are doing the exact same thing. People will hate Jacoba, no, not Jacoba. People will hate Foxy no matter how long ago it was, but there is a high likelihood that people will just say that it was in the past for Jacoba, even though they and Foxy are basically doing the exact same fucking thing here. Jacoba was manipulated. This statement falls flat. There is literally no evidence to prove that Jacoba was manipulated anyways. Plus, even if he was manipulated, it still doesn't change the fact that it was illegal for Jacoba to save that imagery and post it on his fucking YouTube channel. It's not my fault that Jacoba doesn't have the common sense to not share a child's cock if he actually was manipulated, which he really wasn't, let's face it. Arsky is lying! Again, you do not have any fucking proof that I am lying. In fact, this video has way more evidence than you motherfuckers could show that I am lying. I have provided 6 different arguments that each back up my point that Jacoba saved this shit, and now he's trying to fucking hide it. The evidence I have is very strong, in my honest opinion. I am supposedly slandering Jacoba. Well, we're gonna get legal here. Slander as a term only applies if there is no proof behind what the person's slander is. And in this case, this isn't slander. I have legitimately provided proof that Jacoba did this shit. This is not slander. This is a legitimate case that I'm bringing forth against Jacoba. It's just that you fucking idiots are too used to calling everything against you slander that you just blindly bring it up because it's the only thing you have to say against my points. And since I know it's gonna happen, I would really fucking enjoy seeing one of these commentary kids try to debunk literally any of the points that I have presented in this video. I'm someone who's currently taking a journalism class at my school, and I want to become a future journalist. This requires actually having integrity, which is something most of you idiots lack. I am capable of doing research into something and actually proving that X is X and Y is Y. In this case, I believe that I have done my righteous fucking work as a content creator to indict someone on doing this fucking shit. And I don't care what random idiots on the internet have to say. I'm a future journalist. Come at me, nigga. And with that said, thank you for watching. I don't really have much else to close out this video with since, yeah, the facts are already right there. Do whatever you want with them. I don't care. My name is Sir Archkey123, the internet's busiest Wii Sports Golf nerd. See you on the flip side.